Did anyone know it was the Super Bowl today? Did anyone know it was the Super Bowl today? Because I certainly had no idea until like 5 minutes before this live stream. So we'll see who's off watching the Super Bowl and who wants to watch a True Love, a Twin Soul Rising collective live stream on Sunday. That'll be the people's choice for sure. But I know where I'm at. Okay, I know where I'm at, and that's coming from a former college football player. So what do you know? I want to take a chance to officially welcome everyone to this live stream. I like to call it a love stream. Corniness aside, this live stream, this love stream is all about helping us to come into our hearts, come into our souls, come into our clarity by coming into our hearts and our souls, remembering what is true from what is false, what is real from what is an illusion. These are messages channeled for the highest possible good from the highest possible frequency, which is unconditional love. And if you want to label that God, I will label it God. If you want to label it source, if you want to label it from the angels and guides, all of those things are applicable. And they will pay us a visit throughout the live stream, depending on which section we're at. Okay, so this live stream is officially about clarity in your love life, number one. Clarity in your career/purpose, okay, number two. And finally, number three, clarity about you, your health, your well-being, how to take care of yourself, okay? How to take care of yourself, how to make sure that you are at the top of your game right now and moving forward into the future. This live stream is going to be all about you, because you right now are what matters the most. You right now are what matters the most, okay? All eyes are on you. All eyes are on you. So, schedule for today, here's what we're going to do. As always, we're going to open up with some introductory channeled messages from the guides and angels, from the loved ones, masters and wise ones, angels and archangels, and from Brandon Tobias to see where we're going with today's live stream, today's love stream. And then we're going to be going into a specific channeled psychic reading about love. What we need to know about love, about relationship on earth, and also in your personal situation. Okay? Direct channeled insider messages about that. Then after that, we're going to be going into direct channeled insights about careers/finances. Career/finances. Okay? So what we all need to know right now in terms of our career and finances. Big update for those of you guys who have seen me in the past or been following me for a little while is we are not using the tarot today at all. This is a tarot-less video and live stream. I don't know if I will ever use the tarot publicly again. I may not. But I know for sure that this live stream won't have it. And I want to take a second to explain why. And I think the reason why will be important for everyone here and relevant for everyone here. So I'm going to take a second and explain that. By the way, along the way of this live stream and love stream, we're going to be answering questions. So if you guys have questions you want to share, Q&A, okay, I'm going to be more interactive in this live stream than I have before. It's not just going to be channeled messages right to you. It's going to be channeled messages with interaction, okay, Q&A, and just helping the collective move forward in love and in life for all of our highest and greatest good, what we need to know in this particular moment. Okay. So that's pretty much it. In terms of why I'm not using the tarot, the thing that we're all moving to right now, okay, that I feel very strongly in my heart to share, and where I'm moving personally as well in my journey, is that we've all had to use different vehicles, okay, different techniques, different knowledge, maybe. Okay, in order to get to where we are today, right? If you guys want to think of the metaphor of a car, right? You had to use a car, you had to use a vehicle literally to get you to go to the places you needed to go in order to activate your potential, in order to activate who you know you are today and where you know you're going. But the car isn't the thing itself that is powerful, magical, and has limitless potential to change the world. The car was just a vehicle to get you to realize or get you to practice the ability to know how powerful and magical you were. Okay? And so vehicles are required all the time, oftentimes, as stepping stones for us to be able to realize exactly what we are capable of and who we are truly on the deepest levels. For me, tarot was that. And man, it took me a long time to realize that the tarot was an activator of the gifts that I already knew I had inside, or I didn't know I had inside, but that I already had inside, bundled up, okay? The abilities to channel, the abilities to speak to source, the ability to give messages. And at some point, there comes a time in all of our lives where we must cut the tie. We must cut the bond, the karmic connection, the bond with that particular thing. Because there comes a point in time where that thing that once empowered us to be great, to be who we are, becomes a distraction and becomes a limiting factor in embracing all of the potential of who we are, each and every one of us inside. So the first question I have for all of us today in this particular moment is, what is it right now in your heart that you are holding on to? Okay, what is it right now in your heart that you are holding on to that is your limiting factor? What's the first thing that comes up for you when I ask this question of, what is the limiting factor in your life that you may be holding on to, not because it's still genuinely there or needed for you now, but because without it you feel uncomfortable. You feel insecure, maybe. You feel limited in some way, shape, or form. Okay? And how was that thing, someone very important to me asked me this question, how was that thing, what was that thing enabling you to realize about yourself deep inside? What was that vehicle, whatever that was? That could be a relationship, that could be a tarot, that could be a job, that could be whatever that thing is for you. What did that thing help you to realize that you were and are now? And what would happen? What would happen if you were to let it go? Okay. And yeah, you might face a lot of fear in this moment as to what might happen if you were to let that thing go. A lot of fears and doubts might come up, and you might say, "Oh my gosh, without that thing, I would be nothing." Right? Without that thing in particular, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. Without that thing in particular, I wouldn't be able to be me, but you are. You are you. And that thing you've been holding on to, that you thought was the thing that made you great, that was never what made you great. You made you great. You are great already inside. You just have to trust and believe. Not in anything else outside of you, not in anyone else outside of you, but in you. And if the rewards here for doing this, if you are able to properly identify in this moment what it is outside of you that you feel you have to do, you have to have, you have to be with in order to be great in this moment, if you are able to recognize that the greatness is already inside, but that thing that you might be holding on to or attached to was just showing you how great you already were inside, if you are able to recognize that particular truth in this moment, you will be free. You will be free. You will be free in every way, shape, and form. Free to live your purpose. Free to make money in the way you're designed to make money. Free in your love and relationship life and journey, no matter what that is, whether you're with someone, whether you're without someone, or you're just single. You will be free. And more so than that, freedom comes with extra benefits. Freedom, internal freedom, comes with additional benefits. And those additional benefits are that the things that are really, truly meant for you, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a job or career, whether that's a business, those things will find you. Those things will find you. You won't have to find them. You won't have to reach out anymore for the things that are not truly meant for you. It's time to let go. It's time to be free. Okay? Free yourself right now from any fears, any doubts. All of them just come back to you. All of them just come back to whether or not you believe in yourself to be and do what you came here to earth to do. And in that journey, as you go deeper into that journey, you will be tested multiple times. Multiple times you will be tested in that journey. What will happen? Things will happen along the way that want to cause you to doubt that you are doing the right thing here and now by following your heart, by being true to you. Okay? People will come up to you and say, "Are you crazy?" You won't get maybe the feedback or the instantaneous money that you're looking for from career or job. And anything for you that is there to create doubt that you might be vulnerable to will happen. Let this be a sign right now for anyone on this journey, okay, into being free, into being true to themselves. If there are moments of doubt that come up, if there are things that are happening that are causing you to doubt or continuously, it's just about you. Remember that. When you release the doubts about what you are capable of, what you are allowed to experience, who you are meant to be or who you are allowed to be, everything snaps into place. Everything snaps into place. And you will feel aligned. You will feel more aligned with your life and your life purpose and your destiny than ever before. And that is literally all this journey is about. Okay? I want everyone to say something with me, all right? And it's going to be a little funny. Screw spirituality. Okay? Screw spirituality. Do you know why? No one needs someone to be here to tell them how they should be. No one needs their own personal guru to say what is right from what is wrong. This experience is better than that experience. To say, without these principles, you are a lost young one. No. No one needs that. We can all use a little help sometimes from people who have abilities that can help to see what's true from what's false in others. Yeah, I'm one of those people for sure. But I can never claim to know what is best for you and for you watching on this live stream in this particular moment. Only you can tell that. And only you can release the doubt and restriction around that so that you know what's right for you. And we are constantly being bombarded every single day, every single way, by our news and our media and our parents and our families and our society and our culture and everybody around us, even social media sometimes, as to what we should be. Everyone claims to know what we should be. Isn't that funny? Everyone claims to know what you should be. And we constantly look and give away our power and give away our own self-validation for the validation of others that we don't even know. We don't even know these people. And yet we trust them to know what's best for us? No. I say no. Okay? This is a journey. If we want to talk about spirituality, this is a journey about self-understanding. This is a journey about self-love. Self-understanding and self-love. Those two things go hand in hand, by the way. Self-understanding and self-love. You can't have one without the other, by the way. That's the thing. Okay? Some of us are here to help with self-understanding. Some of us are here to help with self-love. That's part of our journey here. That's part of our process. Two parts of the collective. Which one are you? Which one do you lean to? They go back and forth, but your specific purpose is going to be rooted in one of those two things. Helping others with self-understanding or helping others with self-love. Okay? And then I want you to ask yourself this question, because I think this is a question that's on many people's minds, which is, how and what am I here to do? Jessica, I do never reach out on social media. If you got reached out to, it was a scammer. Okay? Sorry, someone asked about that. Had to clear that up. Anyone else besides I would never reach out to on social media, by the way. Okay, so there's many scammers out there, so please beware. Never give them your money. I will never ask you personally for that. Okay. But I want you to ask yourself, am I about helping others with self-love, or am I about helping others with self-understanding? And then I want you to understand, all right, how am I specially designed? How have I always been specially designed with that specific special ability to understand or to love? What is special about me that I've been able to allow others the chance to love themselves and or to understand themselves? What is my specialty? My unique specialty? And just by asking that question in this moment, you will have even more clarity, by the way. And if you can find a way to package that gift, if you can find a way to package that gift of giving to others, hey, I can help you do this, involved with helping you love yourself more or helping you understand yourself more, there you go. You have found, ladies and gentlemen, your purpose on earth. Congratulations. You've also found a lifetime supply of money and income. Because in the end, right now at least, that's what we're all designed to do in some way. We're specialized to be able to help others in one of those two ways. And that is where we provide value. And where we provide value is where we can receive income. It's where we can receive money. And we need money to love ourselves and to understand ourselves. And then we can help others to love themselves and understand themselves even more. And then we can receive money to do that to ourselves, and vice versa. And it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going. Okay? So don't be afraid. The other thing is, don't be afraid to recognize and honor your gift. Don't be afraid. That's what people need. That's what people really need. And that's what people are going to need even more moving forward, by the way. Right? I just saw a video like right before this live stream, as I was getting ready and showering and rushing, and I'd gone for a run, and Alden was crazy, and I saw a video on White Castle Burger, and they're replacing literally a huge percentage of their workforce with machines. Okay? And as we head into the age of Aquarius here, right, the technological revolution, the technological age, you better believe that many, many, many jobs that we had to do or we got to do, depending on how you look at it as humans, are going to be replaced. They're going to be gone. Right? Because we're no longer going to need it because we can outsource it to an automation, an automated machine. Okay? That is happening. That's actually happening now as we speak. So then you got to think beyond that, and you got to say, okay, wait a minute. If every job that we could formally do as a human race that can be replaced by robotics is being replaced by robotics in the next 5 to 10 years, what is my real value that I'm here to offer? What becomes valuable to the human race, to the human species, if those jobs are no longer for us, that we no longer need to do them? And in my opinion, that becomes about self-love and self-understanding. Okay? So we've all got some time. Okay? There's no rush on this. Right? But it's important to start getting ready, especially in the next 2 to 3 years. I say by the next 5 to 10 years, there's going to be a major, major shift in the way that our economy and our society works. Okay? And we have to start looking at what it is, all of us, that is really, actually, intrinsically valuable. Right? Because the thing is right now is our society is not built anymore, believe it or not. The foundation of our society, right, where all the money is given and made, is jobs and careers that they don't have any intrinsic value anymore. Right? All the jobs that had intrinsic value, farmers, doctors, first care providers, police, teachers, right? Industrial workers, all those jobs are being either outsourced, or they're paid terribly, rewarded terribly, or they're just not seen as valuable career paths anymore. But you know what is? Being a politician, being a stockbroker, okay? Being some type of analyst, or maybe even like a software engineer for a company. Okay? All those things, if you were to take away the baseline of what makes a society able to function, those things don't even matter. We're too top heavy. Right? We're all going for jobs that only exist because we've been comfortable as a society. It's like that ancient philosophical. I was a minor in philosophy in college, and there was I forget where it came from, but one of the anecdotes was saying that, and I think it was like Plato or something like that. I forget. But basically, it was saying, art, the ability to do art is a career or a job that's only able to exist because the society itself is well provided for. The society itself has food, has money, has luxury, right? Too many of our jobs are built out of luxury alone, out of excess luxury, okay? So anyways, my point is, nothing like that, if you really think about it and really look at it in a common sense way, nothing like that will ever be able to be sustainable. Right? Nothing like that, no society like that will ever be able to be sustainable. Okay? So it's an opportunity right now, it's a transition right now to be able to understand, all right, what is really valuable, number one, and number two, what can I provide that is of actual value, that has real need in society, real demand in society, that is critical for people around me, everyone, to receive from me? What is that thing? If society were down to the bare bones level, right, just the foundational level, and we're just sitting and we're just having to gather food and resources and live, what would my role be in a society like that doesn't have the luxury to be a stockbroker? Stocks don't exist. Yeah? So it's time. It's time. Let this be a wake-up call for all of us right now. Identify, and you know where you find that too? You find that right now in your heart. Okay, your heart will lead the way. Many of us on here, not all of us, okay, but many of us on here, just from what I feel, okay, with my intuitive abilities, are meant to be business owners. Many of us. Many of the people that follow me, many of the people that resonate with me, not everyone does, but many of us are meant to be business owners. Many of us are meant to find a way to get out of this collapsing thing we call a society and to discover what our true value is. Okay. So the specific advice here is, look at where you could use right now more progress and then focus on that. Do you need right now more self-love? What do you need right now? Do you need right now more self-love in order to believe in yourself, to be able to identify or be confident in the gifts that you have? Or do you need more self-understanding? Do you have the confidence, but you just don't know who you are? You don't know what you're here to do. And then once you identify what you need, number one, commit to that. Commit to an exploration of that. Number two, work with someone, find someone that you feel can really help you on that particular journey, self-love or self-understanding, right? Whoever resonates with you. And then give that to yourself as much as possible. Okay? Give that to yourself as much as possible. And by the end of that journey, right? Intermittently, however long that takes for you, that could take a year, could take a month, it could take 6 months, could take 3 months. However long that journey you need to take for that journey, by the end of that journey, you will be ready. You will be ready to align, ready to step out into your destiny, ready to really do all the things you were here to do on earth. Okay? But it takes a commitment. Yeah? It takes a commitment to that journey and saying, all right, I need more self-understanding. I don't know myself as well as I should. Let me take the time to do that. Or I need more self-love. And I'm going to commit to that as long as it takes in order to be fully aligned with my purpose and my destiny. And along the way, you may need supplemental sources of income. You may need a job. You may need to do things that you don't always want to do in order to allow for you the chance to be able to do that. But if you decide, if you commit to that journey, you will never have to do that thing again afterwards. Does that make sense? You will never have to ever do that thing again that you don't want to do. It's only temporary. Okay? But you got to commit to that journey first. And then once that journey's over, you can let that thing go that was the supplemental thing that you, right, that you don't really want to do. We all got to do that sometimes. We all got to pay the bills. I understand that. Okay? Because at the end of that journey, you have more money, more love. You have the beginning, of your empire. You have the start of the thing you were meant to do for the rest of your life. Okay? So go find that thing. And let us in this moment. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to transition. We're going to do a little, for the people that hopped on that chose to be on this live stream, this love stream over the Super Bowl. I don't even know what time the Super Bowl starts. Maybe it's afterwards. But we're going to do a little incantation. All right? This is how I decided we're going to go. We're gonna do a channeled incantation. We're gonna do a channeled healing right now. For everyone that watched this live stream now on TikTok and on YouTube and later on as well, to help us all to embrace that journey. Okay? To let go of the things that are holding us back from stepping into that journey of more self-aware, more self-understanding and more self-love, which will lead us to our purpose. Yeah? So guides and angels, loved ones, masters and wise ones, angels and archangels, the power of unconditional love. And if you guys want to follow along, if you guys want to receive this, you can do whatever you'd like. You can put your hand in the air. You can just have an open heart. You can choose to receive. This is coming from the angels, the guides, and the loved ones, the masters and wise ones. It is a channeled incantation. There will be energy flowing. So you can choose to receive it or not. But this is for the collective watching here and now. I'm just the composer or director of the energy. Okay? Guides and angels, loved ones, masters and wise ones, angels and archangels, the power of unconditional love. Please help me to see what is limiting the collective in this moment in time. Doubt, fear, and resistance. What's the resistance, please, guides and angels? Resistance to their own selves. There's a self-hatred, okay? And I want you guys to go deep on this one. There's a self-hatred inside. Yeah, it's ugly. We don't want to see that. Hurts. Yeah, there's a self-loathing, a self-hatred inside. And that self-hatred is saying, oh, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be that. Right? You see this clenched jaw? It's an anger. There's a resistance there. I don't want to be that. Yeah. Guys and angels, why is there a resistance here to being who we are? There's a doubt that it's real. There's a doubt that it's actually real. How many guys can feel that? Yeah? I'm going to use the feeling of self-hatred to excuse the fact that I don't think that this is real. I don't really think what I am is real. I don't really think what I am, what I can do, my capabilities is real. So I'm going to disguise that with a self-hate. Okay? So we're going to remove that right now with theta healing, the creator of all that is, was, and ever will be. It is a subconscious removal of limiting beliefs, subconscious blockages. For those of you guys that choose to receive it, we're going to remove that. All right? Guides and angels, loved ones, masters and wise ones, angels and archangels, the power of unconditional love. Help me to remove, through the creator of all that is, was, and ever will be, any limiting belief within this collective here and now that is preventing them from moving into now their greatest and highest version of themselves. My milk just frothed, by the way. It literally just frothed off to the side. That's crazy. Guides and angels, please help me to remove these self-limiting beliefs this self-resistance to self, this self-hatred inside, here and now. Help me to remove this from the collective here and now so that they can see what they really are. They can view what they really are. And they can know the truth about who they really are in this particular moment. And if you choose to receive, just you can say aloud or in your mind or your soul, I'm open to receiving this. Through the power of unconditional love, removing, letting go of the doubt, letting go of the resistance, letting go of the self-hatred. Seeing what's really underneath here and now within the collective's heart, mind, and soul. About who we really are, who they really are. And allowing the soul here and now an opportunity to embrace who and what they really are through the power of unconditional love. Ooh. Allowing the soul here and now to release those limiting beliefs, release that inner doubt, and step into the power of what they really are here and now to pursue within their God-given purpose. Let their clarity come in now. Let their love come in now. Let their unconditional understanding of who they are come in at this moment if they choose to receive it to the highest possible good of unconditional love. We choose to receive, guides and angels, from the highest possible good, what love we are here to contribute to the society. What love we are here to contribute for the collective here and now, for the highest possible good. We choose here and now to release as well any other limiting beliefs, self-resistances, resistances to society as well that may lay inside, about ourselves, the people, or the world around us. Releasing our hesitancy to give everything that we have from our heart, our soul, to everyone who needs it most from us. Letting go of the belief here and now that we are not here to serve humanity for the highest possible good, and that we are only here to serve ourselves. And replacing this belief with unconditional love for those who choose to receive it. Allowing the belief in, if we choose to receive it as well, that we came here to earth to serve everyone. Rich, poor, like-minded, not alike-minded, we came here to earth to serve everyone as best as we can. That we are here to give everything that we possibly have to everyone around us as best we possibly can. That through these actions and through God and through Source, we will receive what we need as well. Through alignment, through self-belief, through self-love as well. Releasing the hesitancy to give and receive through the power of unconditional love. Good. Good. All right. That concludes our first chapter of this live stream. We're going to be going into a channeled reading, okay, channel messages specifically about what's going on in the collective right now for our highest and greatest good, okay, in our situation. Okay, so this is specific emotional / love-oriented advice, really about relationships, okay, is really where I'm called to channel for. True love and relationships, what's going on there, but also for the highest possible good. Okay. After that, we'll take a quick break and then we'll go right into career finances specifically. And then we will close out with last messages / a mini forecast so we know what's coming ahead. Okay? We know what to expect ahead. All right? All right. Thank you guys for being here. I hope everyone's feeling amazing. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate that. How's everyone feeling right now? Heather says, love, the archangels will help us always. Just remember to ask them for assistance. Parmveer says, yes. Sassy Lady, I'm open to receive. Crystal Marie, what's going on? Welcome. Good to have you all here. Lady V says, Lady 5 says, they sure don't. Even the med field resorts to job security, how much they charge for a cure. Fake cures. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Don't get me started on that. Okay. Pura Vida says, Heather, unleash the dragon. Unleash the dragon indeed. All right. So let's go into the next segment here. This is going to be, so those were general messages for highest and greatest good. Okay, the introductory messages, plus the healing. We're going to go into love and relationships now. Okay, so this is specifically channel messages from the guides and angels, specific guides and angels about, in this collective, what's going on in our love lives, emotionally, okay, and what we need to know for our highest and greatest good in this moment. Okay. So let's go ahead and call them in, and then we'll get started. Guides and angels, loved ones, masters, and wise ones, angels and archangels, through the power of unconditional love. What is it that we need to know most for our greatest and highest good when it comes to the area of love and or relationships at this particular moment? Right now, there is a great, they're using the word culling. Culling. There's a great die-off. Okay. And the reason for this die-off is to weed out, to root out what is real from what is illusion. There are real, actual limitations being put right now on love and or relationships, specifically our situation, your situation, meant to be able to limit us from excessive exposure that would taint our reality or taint our viewpoint as to what we want truly in our lives and what's really going on. Okay. Right now is an opportunity that you're in right now, you're facing right now, where you have the chance to be a part of this. You have a chance to really see what's true. Okay? It will be continuously coming for you in this moment in time. And anywhere you may have in the past tried to push away, anywhere you may have tried to resist, anywhere you may have tried to set boundaries or your own self-imposed limitations will not matter. They will not matter. And they won't matter because what you have, what this is, what you are going through, what's inside here, is so strong and so real that no self-imposed limitations or boundaries can stand in front of this. No self-imposed limitations or boundaries, and no limitations also from the outside world. There's a reminder here that we're at 144 views in the YouTube. There's a reminder here that any self-imposed limitations you may have put in the area of love or relationship specifically is now manifesting itself in real life. I.e., what you ordained, what you believed would happen to you, what you believed about yourself or what you are worthy of receiving right now is happening to you in love and relationship. You manifested this. I know that sucks. I know that's uncomfortable to hear. I know. For me too. But the reality is, love right now is trying to show you in this particular moment where you were blocking, limiting, self-imposing your own boundaries on love. Right? What's an example of that? What's a tangible, practical example of that? If that person gets too close, I better push them away because I believe that if someone gets close to me, they will hurt me. Right? I'm not allowed to commit to this relationship, to this person, because I don't know the outcome of it. And that scares me. So I choose not to commit until I know the outcome, which will never come. You will never know the outcome. Tangible examples, right, of practical boundaries we put on ourselves for good reason. For good reason. Okay? How many people have been through a relationship where those boundaries came from, where they had to put those boundaries up, otherwise they were letting themselves down. They weren't loving themselves properly. Or so they thought. Right? I know I have. Each of my self-imposed limitations that I've put upon love, that I've put upon my relationship, have come from my past. As to what's real, what's false, what's right, what's wrong. That had nothing to do with the person and nothing to do with the relationship, by the way. Nothing. All of it was just a projection that came from my past, from my boundaries, from my wounds, from my lessons. So I want you to ask yourself right now, what am I putting on the other person, on my person, or the other, if you're not with someone right now, or the other generally, that just comes from a self-imposed protective boundary that came from my past because of my hurt with someone else that's not even related to this person. And yet for some reason I feel like this person deserves all of that. This person doesn't deserve all of that. This person doesn't deserve any of that. Right? And yet, here we are, unconsciously, right? It's not our fault. It's unconscious. It's a protective mechanism in love, putting all of our scars, all of our wounds, all of our fears, all of our boundaries that were from our past onto our present person, onto the people in our lives, onto our significant other. It's time, everyone. It's time. Okay? It's time to see that and let it go. Okay? And after this, we can do some more healing. We can do some more incantations to let that go for anyone interested. Okay, please remind me. But it's time to start seeing what that projection was, what that false reality was, versus what the truth is in our situations, with our people, with what we believe about other people too, about man and about woman, masculine and feminine. Once we can see that, once we can see exactly what that is, okay, what we've been unable to see, what we've been hiding from, only then can we see the truth about our situation, about your situation. So right now is the time to be really brave. And it's not the bravery that I think we're most used to, right? We're not going to grab a sword and go attack and, and go to war, hopefully, fingers crossed. But it's an internal braveness of saying, all right, where have my scars, where have my wounds really messed with the perception that I have about my relationship, about my person, about people, about dating, about the other, where I've been hurt? And does that person, does the other deserve those projections anymore? And I promise you, you will find, if you ask yourself that question in this particular moment, whoever that is for you, about that person, you will get your answer. But for me, it's a no. For me, it's a no. And I choose right now to let those go. Scary as that may be, terrifying as that may be, I choose here and now to no longer project my past onto my present and my future. I choose to open my heart to true love and all of the vulnerabilities that come with it, all of the fears that come with it, and all of the excitement and the juiciness that come with it as well. And let the past be in the past. Let the past go. Because the truth is, whether it's in love or life, whether it's in relationship or outside of relationship, we will never be happy. We will never be happy if we hold on to these things. We will never be able to find happiness. Because you know what? 222, as I say this MST, happiness comes from people. True happiness, yes, it comes from within. But guess who's a reflection of that internal happiness? It's people in your life. It's your family. It's your relationship and loved one. It's your children. It's your ancestors. It's your grandma and grandpa. It's your in-laws. How many of us need to forgive an in-law or potential in-law? Okay, I know I do. Okay. So unless we are willing to look at these places where we are also responsible for our own fears and projections and recognize them and also forgive ourselves, because there is a need, there is a calling as well to forgive ourselves and say, all right, you know what? I messed up. I projected all of this onto you. You didn't deserve any of that. You were just trying your best. And hey, maybe you projected your stuff on me. Well, I did it back to you. I'm sorry. Let's choose to start new. Start over. But this time, we take it from scratch. This time, we take it as it really is. And we don't go into it guarded. We don't go into it with our shields up, our fears high. And we just see what happens. That is the only way to love. In my opinion, that is the only way to love. If you're going to love someone, if you're going to be in a relationship with them, if you're going to go all out, that is the only way to love. Why do it? If you're already expecting a certain outcome, why do it if you only have half of your heart or a quarter of your heart open to receive love? Why do it if you're already manifesting a negative outcome that you've already been through in your past? I don't want to do that. Okay? So if you're going to choose right now to go into love, if you're going to choose right now to truly love someone outside of yourself, someone else, okay, that you're meant to marry in this lifetime. Yes, we are talking about marriage, people. Not a religious guy, but look for your marital person, okay? Don't be going on Tinder and shit like that and just dating around. That's not how you do. You look for the person you're going to marry, okay? Just a little side note. Help yourself out. And I've been through that. I know. You're not going to find your person, all right? Do that. You're going to find people, but you're not going to find your person, okay? So don't do that. If you want your person, I'm just saying. Okay? But if you were going to choose right now to go on that journey, and you are going to commit to that, and you're going to say, I'm going to love, I'm going to be with this person, I am going to potentially marry this person, you might as well go all in and not hold back anymore. Because life is not about holding back. And really, this is just a journey, a continuous journey to see where we're holding ourselves back. Because right underneath the holding ourselves back is the greatest life experiences, life and love experiences specifically, that we could ever have, truly. And we may tell ourselves sometimes, oh, that's just a fairy tale. Brandon, you know. By the way, for the person that met their person who they feel is their purpose on Tinder, I apologize. I suppose anything's possible, right? Maybe God uses Tinder to help people meet their person, right? Or not. I don't know. It's up to you guys. But it's that alignment, it's that intention in love and in life that will always lead us to our greatest outcome. To the one that makes us truly happy, the one that makes us truly fulfilled, the one that is truly in our hearts and our destiny. And there is no greater experience than that, I can promise you. There is no greater experience than that. So look for the person you're here to marry. Don't look for the person that's here just to be here. Okay? Trust me. Trust me. You will just build up more scars, more resentment, more wounds, more fears. Look for the person that you are here to marry. to love with everything you have. Don't waste yourself. Don't waste yourself on people and things that aren't really for you or you. Because what's waiting for you is you. What's waiting for you is the other half of you. Yeah. And you're going to know. You're going to know because you'll feel it inside. Okay. Okay. All right. That was the love/relationship channeling. Let's take a breather together. And if you guys want, it's up to you guys. I gave you guys a choice, okay? As to whether you want to do a little healing around love or not. The pre-final segment of this live stream is going to be around career and finances/business, okay? So don't go anywhere if you want to hear the channeling about that, hear the intuitive messages, okay? And just as a reminder, these are, they're communicated by me, but my ability is to be able to channel, okay, the collective guides, the collective angels, loved ones, masters, ascended masters, and wise ones. And just to be of service, right? This is part of what I'm here to do, to be of service, to speak to the collective. And that's really why I'm not choosing to use the tarot anymore, because I found that this was stronger and more accurate than trying to analyze from my head the tarot cards. Okay. At least for now. Let me read some comments here because we got some good ones. Don't apologize. I met my twin flame on Tinder. They're both immature. Okay. All right. Good. Sassy lady. Yes, sir, Brandon. That's a fact. You will know for sure. Yes, please. Let's heal. Love to. I would love to marry you. Thank you. Not sure there's a greater feeling than that. It's all the same. What is meant for you will always be. What do you suggest? TikTok. Okay. That's a great question. Anne Marie asked, what do you suggest? TikTok? I suggest you shine. Okay. This is what happened for me. And I'm just going to share this because I do believe I met the love of my life and my person. And I met her on TikTok. Funny enough. But really where it came from was just shining, being me. Really just focusing on me and shining and being myself. And when you're in that energy, when you really come back to that energy, when you come back to you, you will pull in, right? The person that's for you. Or you will just somehow gain an awareness of them and pursue them. It's just how it works. You'll just know. Okay? But no, it doesn't have to be TikTok specifically. If you want to talk about how to actually meet your person, that's why I say, hey, no judgment around Tinder, okay? But I am being serious. My opinion is that you won't meet your person, the person you're going to marry on Tinder. And the reason is this. Because you will meet your person when you're in an energy of shining. When you're in an energy of, I'm me, I'm shining, I'm doing me, and I'm a badass and I'm confident. And that's how this beautiful magnetic or electric energy gets transmitted to my person and they find me or I find them. That's where you meet them, right? That's, in my opinion, that's where you meet them. I don't think in any other way, quite honestly, my opinion, of course, I could be wrong, that you will be able to draw the right person in. That's my opinion. I just don't. I think you have to be happy. I think you have to be truly happy and fulfilled. And if you're not truly happy and fulfilled with what you're doing, you're going to have to get to that place while you're with them or you're going to have to take space while you're with them to get back to that place so you can be together. Always. And I really look at true love as this, right? Here's some practical advice. I truly feel that love is both the catalyst. Love is the catalyst for us being great. Okay, so that's number one. It gives us a purpose for living. True love. So if you don't want to allow true love in your heart, it's going to be hard to find real motivation to live. Okay? Number one. As I says, I can't hide anymore. Gosh, I think I forgot my second point. Sometimes I read the comments and I get distracted. Gosh, what was I saying? I think I was saying about something about shining. Anyways, whatever I was saying. When you are shining, though. Oh, that's what I was saying. Thank you. I'm trying not to read the comments. Sometimes I read the comments, my brain gets distracted. Love is the greatest catalyst, okay, for helping us to be great, but it's also our reward. So I want you guys to think of true love as a reward for doing your purpose, right? When you finally decide, all right, I'm going to focus here and now on what I am, who I am, what I'm here to do, to contribute, to serve, to change the world, boom, love comes in. That's how I intuitively feel. Okay, you guys may feel that or look in your heart, see if that's true for you. But that is when true love will come in. When you are really on your path, and then love comes in as a reward, and then you got to use love at that time to inspire and to help you continuously find deeper into your purpose. And if at any point during that love affair that, one or both parties isn't able to or willing to continue to go deeper into each of their own purposes, there's going to have to be time apart. That's just okay, particularly on the twin soul journey, which again is a collective thing happening in this moment in time on Earth. Okay? So that's my opinion. Good question. It says when you're in alignment with yourself is the only way. Absolutely. Okay. And yeah, there's all sorts of ways that source will put you into contact. It doesn't have to be on TikTok, but it could be at a restaurant. It could be at a car shop. It could be, walking around a golf course, right? Could even be at a bar. But my belief is you won't be able to have that experience or attract the right person in unless the other part of your life you are focused, you're shining, you're being you, because then you're radiating. And when you radiate, you attract. Yeah? When you radiate, you attract. And that is when everything happens. Okay. All right. Amy Renee says, I thought the same, CJ. Even though I came here frustrated about my second ex-hub, who's supposed to be with me, and the intrusion of others in our biz, soiling it. Then I saw this live, and I understand. I'll just say that. I understand. What I will say is that sometimes things need to happen, right? Especially if you feel other people were intruding in your thing, in your love situation. I'm sure there's many people who feel that way. If you feel that's the case for you, sometimes those intrusions had to happen in order to provide a certain clarity, okay, for you and your person, what's going on. There is no supposed to, right? There's no supposed to. it's easy to get trapped in that and say, yeah, if they hadn't intruded or this hadn't happened, right, we would be together and be happy. Look, the only reason they intruded was because one or both of you needed that intrusion for yourself. You needed that intrusion to happen so that you could re-identify both what you wanted and what you need to prioritize right now. And if it is meant to be, it will be. There is nothing ever, let me be clear, that will ever intrude or will be able to intrude permanently into true love. Nothing. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how long, doesn't matter what it is. Nothing will ever be able to separate two people from being together who are meant to be together. Nothing. Because God is in that love. God is in that relationship. What is stronger than God? Is the devil stronger than God? Are in-laws stronger than God? Right? Are exes stronger than God? Is our past hurt stronger than God? Nothing is stronger than God. So the only thing to know right now is we got to be patient and say, let God work his magic here. Let God work his magic in this particular moment. Because I'm not God. I'm not seeing what he sees, but clearly he wanted or he needed this to happen. So I trust in God, and I trust in love. I trust in our love. I trust in this person. I trust. Yeah. And I promise you, if you do that, nothing will ever get in the way. Okay? Your heart will not let you down. Ever. Not this time. Not with where you've come in your life. Not with who you are now in your life. Okay? Because you've grown so much, you are intuitive enough now to know the truth in your heart. So trust it. Part of the journey anyway is to trusting your own abilities, right? The more you learn to trust your heart and this love, the more you will trust who you are in your career and your business and your purpose and your livelihood. So don't limit that. Whatever happened in your situation happened so you could be better. So you could trust your own heart more. So you could come across this live stream and let go of the resistances to allowing yourself to shine because you believe in yourself, you trust the situation, you trust God. Right? That's really the purpose. Okay? If you're in some type of separation, if you're in some type of situation, nothing will keep you apart. If it's true. If you feel it's true, nothing will keep you apart. Okay? So give it time. Yeah? Give it time, give it space. Only the truth can be revealed in time and space. Only the truth. Temperance, everyone. Temperance, temperance. I got to tell myself temperance. Tarot card, temperance. Okay. We got time. We got time. Believe me. It may not feel like it sometimes, but we got time. All right. Let's transition into career and finances. Okay. We are going to draw some oracle. I'm not doing tarot today, possibly ever, but I asked Spirit, I asked my heart. They said oracle's good. For some reason, oracle's okay. I think this is more of a broad overview, but they want to connect this Rumi Oracle deck with career and finances for some reason, okay? That's what they're showing me now. So we're going to move into the career and finances reading right here, and then we'll finish out again with a bit of a closing message / future prognosis / Q&A for anyone who wants to not get a personal reading, but just wants to ask questions. By the way, Speaking of career and finances, quick shameless plug. For anyone who didn't see it yet or wants it, okay, I just created 2 special offers for this week only. One of them is if you are looking for a personal one-on-one transformational healing session where you and I get to meet one-on-one via Zoom and literally go in to your heart, to your soul, see what's true, see what's not. I channel your guides and angels, and we do together the transformational healing work to get you in alignment with your purpose and with your love, with your true love and your relationship. Right now I'm offering $200 off. Okay, so normally it's $475. There's a special this week only offer for $275 for 60 minutes. That's the lowest price I think I've ever offered it. I think I offered it $250 one time, but that was for like a day. So if anyone wants to sign up for that, those are available this week only. Link for that is in the description box in YouTube. You'll see it, or in my link tree on TikTok. The other offer I have is I took off another $50 and I'm giving a $100, literally the lowest price I've ever given. I'm like cutting my prices off right now. It's beautiful. It's effing beautiful. For a 15-minute psychic reading. Okay, so you get to ask 3 questions. It's a pre-recorded video, 15 minutes, and I will give specific clarity on your love situation, your career situation, your destiny, your purpose, whatever it is for you. $100, 15 minutes, and 24 to 48 hour turnaround. So if anyone is interested in that, those will only be available this week until further notice. Link for those are in the description box in my this YouTube video, or in my link tree on TikTok. Okay? So check those out if you want. This is a special offer. Probably this is the lowest you'll ever see it. Okay? So check that out if you want. Now let's go ahead and get into career and finances. Okay? Career and finances. Guides and angels, loved ones, masters and wise ones, angels and archangels, through the power of unconditional love. What is it that this collective needs to know right now surrounding career and or finances in this particular moment, specifically within their situation? Wow. Okay. When it comes to where you're at, where we're all at, okay, in the collective, with career and finances, is the biggest thing we need right now, the biggest thing you may be missing right now in this moment is passion. Passion. Okay? Passion is rare. It's very rare. And it's difficult to come through sometimes. And the question I want to ask everyone is, where do you find passion? Where do you find passion? How do you find passion? Right? You hear those people say, oh, you just have to be passionate about it. You just have to be self-motivated about it. You just have to be self-excited about it. But where does that excitement, where does that passion really come from? And the answer, of course, is you got to find it in a special way, uniquely to you within. There is no way that you can just hype yourself up, because hype is temporary. Hype is also, artificial, right? It's not natural. But people think hype is the same as passion. People think hype is the same of actual motivation. It's not. True passion comes from something that you must do. Okay? Let me repeat that. True passion comes from something you must do for something else outside of you. Okay? Because you're connected to that thing. What is it right now that you are looking at doing or needing to do in your life, whether it's healing, whether it's career, whether it's a business, whether it's shining, that you don't have the passion for, but you're just doing because you think you need to, right? And if you look inside and you say, all right, I don't really want to do that thing anymore because there's nothing, I don't feel like I need to do it. I feel like I'm just doing it to do it. But what is the thing inside of me now that I must do? I must do this. If I want to accomplish this in my life, if I want to be this, if I want to change this in a positive way, impact it in a positive way, if I want to be with someone or be in a relationship, if I want to be in love, if I want to do it because someone else is depending on me, what is it for you in this particular moment that is your I must? That is your why. Where you say, you know what? I don't really want or believe in myself fully to do this thing, but you know what? This thing outside of me that's also inside of me is depending on me now to do this thing. I must do this. Yes, it's for them, but it's also for me because that person is me. That thing is me. Where is that must? Whatever it is you're meant to be doing right now. And that, whether that's a job, whether that's a career, whether that's a business or love or healing, you must find your must. I must do that. That does exist inside of you. And there's an opportunity right now to be clear about that. And when you're clear about that, when you allow that thing in right now, you can allow it in your heart, you're going to have all the passion, all the motivation, all the energy to be able to do whatever you need to do forever. Trust me. This is why God built, by the way, love, relationships, family, other people that we feel connected to emotionally. He built those things so that we could find a purpose. Because really the motivation never is about ourselves. True motivation is not just about ourselves. It's about the other. And if it's not about a relationship or a person, who needs you? Where's the world suffering, dying, poor, corrupt, that is calling your service, calling your light, calling your love in this moment that you can give? Not for you, but for those people who need you. Where's your must? Time to find your must. Or you will never find your purpose. You will never find the motivation to pursue your purpose. It's one thing to know your purpose, but what's your motivation? Part of the solution to this, by the way, and why you hear all the spiritual gurus saying we're all one. Okay. All right, spiritual guru. Okay, we're all one. Right? What does that really mean? Why are you telling me that? Are you telling me that so that you can just look good and feel good about yourself because you know some spiritual truth? No. The truth is, the reason why we must allow the other in as ourselves, why we have a duty to receive the other as ourselves, is because that is how we become empowered to live out our greatest purposes. We become empowered to be motivated to live out our greatest destiny. When we experience and feel the other as one, everything changes. And by the way, if you're in the twin soul journey, that's exactly where it starts. That's why God put twin souls on the earth, because it's the first time that we can have an actual experience of being one with another. Really experiencing, oh my gosh, I'm one with this person. Wait a minute. I didn't know that that was possible. I didn't know that I had someone that was me. What is going on here? That is the earth. That's your neighbor. That's your brother. That's your sister. That's Russia. That's Ukraine. That's China. That's North Korea. That's your brothers. Those are your sisters. That's you. God put twin souls on the earth so we could see the other as us. To break down the illusion that we are separate, that we need to fight a war over what? Okay? And that is where you will receive your passion right now. Specifically, tangibly, you want to know how? Open to receive your heart right now, if you want. Open to receive the other as you, as one. And then you will see where your passion lies. Okay? When you are disconnected, thank you, Wesley. Here, missing passion due to lack of energy, so drained. When you are disconnected from the other, when you are disconnected from this, you will be drained. Your heart. Okay? You will be drained because you're not connected to an infinite energy source. You realize the heart is your connection to an infinite supply of energy, right? Who here wants more energy? Who here wants to live longer? Who here wants better circulation, lower inflammation? Who here wants to have better clarity? Your heart is a transdimensional, timeless receptor of an infinite amount of energy for you. It's not just an organ. Are you kidding? There are neurons, literal brain neurons in your heart. It is its own little brain in there, own little receptor site. So if you disconnect yourself from it, as many of us do because we're scared, and oftentimes it comes because of fear, of hurt, and love as well, and you just get all your energy up here, you're going to feel drained. You can't run off of this alone. Who the hell thought that was a good idea? Just use running off your head. No. Open yourself now to the I'm speaking literally. I'm not speaking like in a philosophical way. I'm literally telling you as a health practitioner, former health practitioner, your heart will give you infinite energy, but you have to receive it. You have to know that you have to receive the truth. Okay? You have to receive your heart's truth in this moment. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest about what you want. Be honest about yourself. Be honest to yourself. This is what I want. This is who I want. This is where I want. This is where I'm going. Heart. And if you do that, you will never, ever complain of low energy ever again. Because you will allow yourself to connect to all the different transdimensional, timeless energy sources of you, of God, of your partners, of your support team, everyone. It starts with here. So free yourself from those chains of darkness. It's now the time. Free yourself now, Layla, from those chains of darkness that you felt you had to chain yourself to, limit yourself to because of something your brain told you, something your brain's trying to tell you. Free yourself from that. Let yourself be free in that. Dance of the divine feminine. Access the multidimensional beings inside and without you that are you. Heart, not brain. Okay? You are here right now in this moment in time when it comes to finances, when it comes to career, to free yourself of any bounds or chains that you put on yourself or others put on you and you allowed that are restricting you from receiving in the way you're meant to receive. Not everyone's meant to receive in the same way. Not everyone's meant to receive from doing live streams like this. Doing what I do, this is how I'm meant to receive. But you have a specific way, and you have a specific way of receiving income, finances, career, business, and just how you're meant to thrive and live. That has nothing to do with what other people think. Nothing to do with what other people think is best. Maybe you're meant to do nothing and receive. Maybe. Or just do what you want. Maybe you're meant to be provided for if you want. Maybe you're meant to build a business. Maybe you're meant to speak. Maybe you're meant to sing. Whatever that is for you, you won't find it here, you'll find it here. Okay? Set it free. Set it free and know that, yeah, as crazy as that is, as unbelievable, as crazy as that may seem, that is your way of receiving income and love. Love and income. I was going to say love, but it's the same thing. Love and income. How you receive love is how you receive income. Okay? Self-love and love from external. And our final two cards here. Beyond Death, Life, and the Lion and the Deer, which showed up, I think, last time, but it's right here in the middle. There's a revival happening right now in your business life, your career life, or your money-making life. There's a revival happening right now. There's a renewal happening right now that is going to empower you in this moment to do something for the long term. We need you to see what that is. Yeah, that's the advice here. We need you to see what that is if you want. Choices. There's a revival. Let me be clear about that. There's a revival in who you are, what you're meant to be doing, where you're meant to be going, that may be related to what you did in the past, but that is even more deeply entrenched in who you are. Something that maybe ran out of steam. You ran out of steam with in the past iteration of that thing, business, career, finances, because it wasn't truly aligned with you. But now you're seeing clearly, oh, this is really how I'm meant to do it. And maybe with that, I can take this thing that had died or was dying and bring it into life again, bring it back to life. Okay, this is also related to love. Your renewal in spirit and source of who you are right now and how you made money and how you felt you were here to serve the world, the renewal, the revival, the reiteration of that, you bringing that into life now will also bring the same for love too, and relationship. That's what's needed. That's what's happening. That's what's needing to happen. If you are separated, if you're on a break, that's why this is happening in love. Because you needed to go through a death and a transformation of what the way in which you made finances, made money, or just served God, served your purpose here, served others, served yourself. So take whatever that was that had to die, the old version of what you were aligned with before that you're not aligned with now, and bring it back to life, but in the way that's you. In the way that's you. Okay? And the final message. The lion and the deer. It's nothing is sustainable, okay? Nothing is sustainable without having two areas that are alive and able. Number one is where we pursue, okay? Where we pursue, the lion, and the deer where we receive. Okay. So right now it's very important to look closely at the area in life to specifically identify where you want to shift, where you want to rebuild your self, your business, your purpose, your career, finances, to see what specifically was I pursuing that I wasn't receiving anything back, or I wasn't receiving what I know I'm worth back. Where was I not getting the return on my investment of time, of energy? Right? Who, what, when, why? And what has shown me already has the greatest return on investment, ROI, on my pursuit. So when I pursue this thing, I know that I'm getting all of it back in time that I invest, or energy, or whatever it is, or financially. And what is it that's just not? It's like beating a dead horse, right? It's like we're pursuing it, and it's like nothing. Okay? Remember, love and relationship, reflection of what is going on in your purpose, your career. So if this is happening to you in love and relationship, guess where it stems from? Something in your career, something in your purpose. Okay? So we need you to identify, all of us to identify now, where is the lack, the failed return in our life, our purpose, our business, our career, our finances, and where is the most effective way? What's the most efficient way for us to receive? What will make it worthwhile, more than worthwhile, for our pursuit of that thing, where we can work hard, but we're working hard because we've already worked it smarter. We're working an angle that for our particular purpose is the most effective way. That is where you have to work hard. You can't work hard at something that's not giving you much return and expect to be happy or expect to flourish. God gave each of us a specific way of being, area of life, service, where we would, yes, be able to work hard, but the returns would be enormous. The returns would be obvious from first sight where that would match, where that would be worthwhile putting in the effort. And I will say this, that is probably not a 9-to-5 job anymore. Maybe 20 years ago, maybe. Probably not going to be a 9-to-5 job today. Okay? Unless you are at a very special place and you are headed towards ownership or something like that. Right? And obviously there's exceptions, but no, if you feel like most people do, maybe, that there's an area in your life, in your work, where you put in all this effort and then your return is just not matching that, or you don't feel rewarded for that, that's a change. That needs a change. That's where you need to look. Okay? And then the other half of this is where maybe are we not open to receiving? Because the deer part is also, that's about grace and receiving. So yes, the lion is about pursuit, okay, targeted pursuit. But the deer part is also, where are we blocking ourselves from receiving as well? Where have we not learned how to receive that can match with my pursuit? For some of us, it's just a matter of learning literally how to make a payment link to allow people to give us money, right? Or examining ways in which we can receive for what we give, or the type of services that we offer. Okay? And that may just come from a general feeling unworthy of receiving, but it's also a time to work on receiving. Where are we receiving, or can we receive more where we may not fully be open, or where we're kind of shy or resisting that, right? And then once that's fully open, once we've seen that, boom, you can pursue. You can pursue, because then it's worth it. And you could have a sustainable, persistent outcome of pursuit, right? Because you're receiving. You can't continuously pursue without then receiving. So where are we blocking from receiving? That's keeping us from pursuing. Part of as well, motivation, part of the motivation of having, an online business or whatever what kind of business you have, doesn't matter, or pursuit or career. Part of the motivation for pursuing or for doing is that we know we will receive. It's for the reward. Just like, hunter-gatherers, why did they go hunt? Why did they go pursue the deer? Well, they wanted to eat. They knew that if they could hunt down that deer, that bear, that coyote, they would have a feast. Okay? So where are you not seeing your feast? Where are you blocking or restricting that feast? What is that feast for you? That would motivate you now to pursue for it. What would be worth it for you? What would be your worthwhile feast? Where's your feast? Ask God, where's your feast? Ask your heart, where's your feast? What's my feast? Okay. All right. Wow. So that is the Career Finances channeled reading. Thank you, guides and angels, loved ones, masters, and wise ones, angels and archangels, the power of unconditional love. We're going to be starting to close out here. Starting definitely to feel it. Channeling does take its toll. Luckily, there's raw milk. So, just to summarize where we're at. So we did introductory channel messages, okay? General highest and greatest good for the collective. We did specifically to love, what we're going through in love and relationship right now, the love and updates and where we're at, what we need to know. We answered some questions as well in love and ways in which we can pursue love or receive love. Then we went into career and finances, okay, specifically career and finances, channel messages. And we are going to finish out here with final messages from the guides and angels, from Brandon as well, and a bit of a future prognosis too. I don't know why they're saying a bit of a future prognosis for what's coming, so we can prepare. All right, maybe in the coming week, in the coming month, generally speaking. Okay, and then if anyone has any general questions as well, not personal, we're not doing personals in this live stream, but general questions they want to ask before we close out, feel free to submit those in the chat and TikTok and YouTube here. And we'll start to close out here. Okay. I really appreciate all you guys hopping in here, taking time off of apparently Super Bowl Sunday, which I had no idea about, and joining us for the collective messages. It's been awesome. Amy Renee. By the way, I panicked after I abbreviated the word negative. I didn't want him to think something racist, but I sure did give myself a good laugh thinking about it. No one thinks you're racist, Amy. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. Thank you, Miss Michelle. I appreciate that. All right. Let's finish out here. Guides and angels, loved ones, masters and wise ones, angels and arcanists, through the power of unconditional love. What are the final messages that we need to know right now as we start to close out this beautiful ceremony that we can move forward into? Right now, above all else, it is most important, and this is all areas: love, relationship, your relationship, love life, career, finances, okay? To specify, it is most important right now to take the time for you. Take the time for yourself. There's nothing, trust us when we say, there's nothing more important than that in this moment in time. And what you're going through right now, they want you to know, is temporary. Okay? What you're going through, whatever had happened that was unexpected, that was a change, that was a shock, that was a tower moment for you, all of that and what you're going through is temporary. Temporary. Okay? And if you know that and feel that in your heart in this moment in time, you can truly take full advantage of the time you now have for you. Okay, so they want you to allow the knowledge, this is the understanding part of this, right? Not so much the self-love part. The understanding part of what's going on right now is this is temporary. What you're going through is temporary. Okay, whatever it was that needed to shift, change, alter, it's for your perception. It's for you. It's for you to grow, for you to transform, and then to continue on. So if you feel like things have just halted right now, out of nowhere, and you're not sure why, you're not sure what's going on, there's no explanation, there's no tangible clarity, it's for a reason. And it is only time that will pass. So if you know what I'm talking about in your heart right now, if you know what that thing is for you, you can trust. You can trust in that. And the more you trust in that truth, the more you can rest in what is right now in this moment. The more you can take full advantage of this opportunity to shift. Because you do need a shift. We all need a shift right now. And we can only shift if all of our attention, truly, all of our attention is right here and on us. That's the only way. So whatever was taken from you, whatever was removed from you, whatever was just disappeared out of thin air, that's because that thing was what was not able to allow you the time, the space, the focus to focus on you. That doesn't mean that it's bad. That doesn't mean that it's wrong. That doesn't mean that it's toxic. That doesn't mean anything. It just means that with that thing in your life that got removed or changed or shifted, it needed to be removed so you could truly make the shift you're about to make in your life. That's it. And it will all make sense. All of it will make sense once we come out of it. Doesn't make full sense now, okay? But it will make full sense. You will see the reason why as we come back out of it, okay? I promise. I promise you. We can come back in, whatever time, a week or two, whatever it is, and say, I told you, okay? Remember this. Doesn't make sense now. Some things don't make sense right now. I know that. But they will. But you got to trust that. This is for you. That you got to trust in that. And if you can just trust in that, you're going to receive more of a blessing than I can even describe. You will receive more of a blessing and a gift for you, designed for you, than I can even describe in this live stream. I promise. I may not be using the tarot. I may not have the tarot for confirmation, but I feel it. And maybe you feel it. Because all I'm speaking is your hearts right now. All of our hearts, I'm just connecting to that. The truth that's there. So trust in what your heart says. Let what your heart says be your truth. And know that, yes, divine timing. Thank you, Michelle. Divine timing is at play right now. Not your timing, not anyone else's timing. Divine timing. We have no control. You have no control over that. Zero. Except to go through the experience of it. Okay? So, if you knew that, if you were to trust in that, how would you make use of this moment? How would you make use of your time? How would you make use of your energy in this moment in time? Where would you go? What would you do? How would you spend it? These are the most important questions you can ask. If you knew for 100% fact that whatever it is that's out of your control, that's been changed or removed, that's only temporary, what would you do with this time? Okay. What would you do with your energy? What would you do with your focus? What's the most important place that you can put it right now? Where? What part of you? What do you deserve? What do you deserve? Give yourself that. Give yourself what you deserve. Okay? And if you practice giving that to you, you're going to receive a lot. Okay? So trust the process. We're here if you need us, guides and angels. God, we're here. We got a hand in your situation. We got a hand in this. Don't worry. We're on it. Okay? And we're sending you guys so much love. Look out for our signs. They're saying, look out for our signs. Okay? If you're seeing certain messages, if you're seeing certain people talking, signs in the universe, trust them. They're from us. They're to give you your clarity. If you hear a certain song come on, you see a certain angel number and a feeling comes to you. You see a certain animal, they're signs from us. Okay, don't doubt. All right? All right, everyone. We're going to close out from there. I asked about future prognosis. That is the future prognosis, okay? That was the closing messages here. So that's where we're at. I wanted to say thank you for everyone for hopping on here. Awesome live stream. Okay. I hope everyone enjoys the Super Bowl. If they're watching Super Bowl right now, if that's on, whoever is playing, I don't even know who's playing. It's kind of crazy. And so much love to all you guys. And we'll be on every Sunday at 1 p.m. MST. Now into the indefinite future. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, Friday doing live personal readings, psychic readings, and healings. So if you guys are, a little bit more on a budget and you guys want a live stream personal reading or healing, those will be available Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You'll see it on my TikTok schedule. Monday, I'm going to try to go for 10 a.m. Wednesday, 6:30, and then Friday is 3 or 3:30. That's generally the schedule, so you guys know. If you want to be notified for that, check out my TikTok. Hit that bell button to get yourself notified. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel. We're growing. There's going to be lots of content coming out here very soon. Hit that like button as well on the video. I'd appreciate it. And last call too. So if you guys want either of those specials, again, $100 for a up to 3 question, 15-minute psychic reading where I channel your guides, your angels, your masters, ascended masters that are around you to give you specific clarity in your situation, in love, in life, career, finances, business, whatever that is. That's $100. Lowest price I've ever offered it, honestly. I think I've done 50 before, but that was a while ago. Link for that is in the description box in the YouTube video here. Okay, this is only for this week. And then I'm offering $200 off, okay, of my live one-on-one 60-minute session. So normally $475, it's down to $275. Hour-long session. It's a transformational healing session. You will not be the same person after that session, I promise you. We go deep into the subconscious, deep into the heart space, deep into the wounds and trauma, and we work to realign you with yourself, your guides, your angels, your love, your career, your passion, whatever it is. So if you're looking for a jump start in life and you feel, hey, this guy can jump start me, right? With everything I have, go for it. Okay, that will be for this week only as well. Link for that is in the description box in YouTube or in the link tree in my profile bio on TikTok. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Be sure to share this live stream on YouTube with anyone that you feel could use it or benefit from the messages. And thank you guys. Thank you all. I really appreciate it. I will see you next week. Okay? Or this week. Much love to you. Bye for now.